Good morning, YouTube. ZiggyNo back with Sports Cards Daily. Today is December 7th, and on this day in 1937, Red Sox acquire the contract for 19-year-old Ted Williams. Little eerie when you think about Ted because he goes on to fight in World War II, which later starts because of December 7th with the Japanese bomb in Pearl Harbor, but wow. Anyway, news and chatter, and I got a lot to talk about today, so sit back and I hope you enjoy this. StarStock Invitational Basketball Championship is going to happen, and I got a wild card spot. I'm super excited. I'll talk about that more. Wow. Now, I was just thinking about this. Is there an NBA preseason? Because I sure as heck would like to see some of these people play before we get going, man. I'm excited. The holiday virtual update. Guys, if you haven't registered already, you really should go out and register for the virtual. And I'm going to give you a couple extra reasons why you should be attending the virtual next week. Or actually, a few days away, starting on Tuesday. Thank you, Topps. I have to tell you, Topps did something to me that not just for me, but for their customers that I think needs to be talked about, recommended, and shouted out. Thank you for the Bowman Soccer they sent to me, and I'll give you more details in just a moment. Release calendar update. Just want to show you a few releases have slipped. Optic and Contenders Football both slipped. And makes me look at Panini's calendar like I think they've made their number for the calendar year, and they're getting ready to fatten the turkey for next year, man. They push a lot of products back to next year. Watson and Golden auction. I mention this because I'm a huge Watson fan of the charity work this man has done. He's just been phenomenal, and he's auctioning off a pair of cleats on Golden auction. So I do want to highlight that. Today in the hobby, baseball card collector, investor, dealer does his typically history days on Monday. StarStock's live with Q&A. Get your questions in. I think you can still get those in, and then they'll be live, I think around 6 o'clock, 6:30 today Eastern. Minor League Monday with Rye Dog, and so many other content providers dropping content as well. What did you miss yesterday? StarStock's FC, weekly sports card update. Are my 80s cards valuable? First off the line Prism at cost collector break. And I called it a collector break because it wasn't trying to make a profit here. Montgomery Club rip. When to sell cards, NBA investing, talking shop, and sports cards live recorded. First episode. Let's, as they say, dig in. My boy Andy there, who's celebrating his birthday yesterday. Okay, so here's the big championship, man. I'm super excited about this. So again, the details will be coming out. Here are the people that are in this, right? So you got Kendrick Perkins, DJ Ski, who I've followed him a little bit. Of course, I know Kendrick Perkins. I honestly don't know Jack Settleman very well, or Ben Loins very well. I have to look him up. Maybe I do. I don't know. Coach, I don't know. Kenny, I follow his channel. He had some great videos ripping boxes. Sasha, I follow his channel, and Ty, I'm a big fan of Ty's, and I follow Keenan, huge fan of Bench Club Media, which my time with those guys was pushed from this week to next week, so that will be rescheduled. And right there in spot 11 will be ZiggyNo. They might have me as Ziggy's Breaks because that's my Twitter handle. Okay, so we'll talk more about this upcoming, and I will tell you, I will be making a lot more StarStock videos, and I'm not affiliated with them. I'm just in the contest, so I'm going to be talking a lot about it, okay? And I'll stress it, I'm not affiliated with them, but I am a huge fan, and I'm going to be talking a lot about strategy and this stuff as we go forward. So get ready, StarStock friends. Okay, virtual, holiday, 8th through 10th, 3 hours. Look, free registration. Here's another reason to register. If you register, you get free access to market movers for, I think it's the 4 days of the virtual. I know it's a short period of time. And you're like, well, what does that mean? Well, look, people have asked for a free trial. He's finally giving you a free trial. I'm excited about it. I'm going to drop each day, probably that evening or maybe that day, maybe the morning. I'll see what my schedule looks like, a little tip or tutorial on using it, right? So I'm a huge fan of market movers. And again, I'll say I'm not an affiliate. So I'm not trying to get you to sign up through me. I can give you lots of people I can recommend you can sign up through, but I'm not one of them. I'm just a fan. I think it's a great tool, and I want more people to use great tools, and I want to support sports card investors. So, hey, I'll give you, again, more information as this comes, but check it out, register. Also, eBay is going to be on there, and they're a major sponsor. They're going to be talking. You'll see the schedule come out, and I will be discussing the schedule each day in the daily when that comes out as well, so you can break it down and know which ones you want to attend. Next up, Bowman Soccer. Let me just say, this has become probably my favorite set. Okay, now, I'm not a soccer fan. It's Major League Soccer, which is not even like it's like real soccer. I don't mean that in a mean way, but you know what I'm saying? But this set came out. It was print on demand. It's a 100-card set. They have a short auto set. So here's the story. I got in the mail last night 3 packages from Topps, each one for a package I bought from them of Bowman boxes back when this product was out. Each of those boxes had color cards in them from these players. So apparently, Topps didn't have enough cards sold. They had so many parallels left over. Listen to this. They had so many parallels left over, they sent them out to the people who bought the cards for free. They shipped it out for free. They didn't charge me anything extra. They didn't try to resell them on the market. They didn't spin them out some way. They gave them away for free to the people who made. It's kind of like a dividend. Like, hey man, we have some leftovers, and you bought some boxes, so here's some boxes for you. And I got some beautiful, great cards. I really don't know who's good in the box. I know I got some Rodriguez's, which are good. The color Rodriguez's too, by the way. So this has become my favorite set, and it might become the first set that I go ahead and do a PSA registry with. I'm just saying, 100 cards, Bowman. It's the first Bowman Soccer set. A lot of young rookies and prospects. Okay, I'm moving on. Just huge fan. Okay, release calendar. Now, a lot has slipped here, and I'm not going to spend too much time going through it right over here. I think it's easier if I go down here and focus on each individual sport. Baseball, we can see what's kind of coming up. Nothing, in my opinion, that's super sexy or exciting. I'm looking forward to draft when it comes up later on. I'm not super excited by Leaf Draft Blasters, but I'm sure those will be hot in retail. Basketball, Hoops Premium on the 16th. That looks cool. I know some of the sets have already hit the market. I've seen some of those rips. I showed you one the other day. Flawless, Eminence has slipped to January. So think about that. That means Zion will actually be falling in the 21 season. Hoops Basketball, the new class. This is the first new class. This is the 13th, certified the 20th, and they start moving on. Football, now look at this. Immaculate Football the 16th, Obsidian, Playbook. Playbook is slipped till January as well. Contenders January. Optic January. The Hybrid Optic January. Or February on both those. So a lot of slippage there, which makes me think, again, Panini's in good financial shape to push these out of the calendar year. Golden partner with Deshaun Watson, fundraising cleat auction. I will drop the link below. Very great story here. Bidding was at $2,500 as of early Sunday. Those are cool sneakers, man. Cleats or whatever. Very, very cool. Would you wear those? I guess you wouldn't, right? You wouldn't wear those. Okay, Slab Stocks. Great video. Sports cards. Australia spin on this. So a great accent and some great insight. Again, I like the international flair that Slab Stocks brings with this in their soccer updates, and they get a lot of different perspectives from it as well. Northeast Ohio, great breakdown on the market. Showed some volumes, right? What's selling a lot of, what's fastest selling. I think it's important to think about volume, right? And it's just like his market, weekly update. Just gives you kind of a snapshot of what's going on in the market. Next up, this is House of Cards. Again, new content provider, 32 subs. So give him a sub if you like what he's putting out. But I like this. He goes through the 80s cards, talks about the value of them. And I can tell you, I did the same thing back in the spring when everybody else was breaking out their 80s cards. I graded mine. I think the highest grade I got back was a 7. And I thought I took good care of my cards. So it was a learning experience and also helped me build a little PC action. Next video up here. Oh man, did I miss this one? Oh, here we go. This was Cash and Coulter. Messing it up. And he did a free break of Prism. A free break of Prism at cost. Now, again, my video here is not going to work really well, and I don't want to hit this and mess things up again, which I probably did. But what I really liked about this was, again, he did this at cost. He bought the box, he shared the receipt for everybody, he broke up the way he broke the teams and stuff like that, and just did this as fun, ripping it for people. And this is what breaking used to be, man. Breaking used to be a bunch of friends who get together and break a box because they're trying to chase cards or set together teams. And the guy did it, maybe get a tip for putting his time together. Maybe he got a team for free or whatever. But it was great to watch this video. I really enjoyed it. My video is not working right now, but shout out to CNC, man. Next up on the collector side, this is Mike O. Mike O, great video here. Talks about the Montgomery Club. I did not know about this. Man, I am so envious. I'm like the guys watching the guys in first class on the plane going, I want to sit in first class. I want to sit in first class. Because Montgomery Club people are so freaking lucky, man. You pay $250 and you get all this other stuff for free. Like, they don't charge you for these sets? That blows my mind, guys. I think they got like 5 sets, and then they had access to buy stuff like the Sapphire Club and the Magic Club and all this. Man, again, I appreciate this rip. He doesn't rip the seal box, but he rips this little box right here, and he talks about the Montgomery Club. So definitely worth checking out Mike O. Love the collector side here. Okay, baseball card, sports card investor breaks down and gives you a great view of basketball cards, looking at each class set season by season and what's kind of going on with the value there. Not telling you which ones to buy and sell, give you some highlights on, giving you some ideas, some guidance. I think his logic is sound. I don't think this is a hype or dump video. I'm sure he'll get criticized, but I will say he even says that Lonzo Ball is one of those cards that probably you have to get rid of this year or get rid of now because, he's got to, as they say, do it or get off the pot. You know what I'm saying? Okay. Flipping Steve, one of my favorite, content providers to follow. He's got a little painting in the background there from Personal Finance Ed, another content provider I love to follow. Does a little great skit and talks about NBA vesting. And he also talks about a lot of cards he bought, over the last months and what his thoughts are on them now and what will he do with them. He talks a little bit about using StarStock, which I'm excited to hear. So more and more people are using that. But check it out. Great video here. Next up, this is Buster talking shop with Dan. And again, great conversation here. Dan's an entrepreneur, talks about his hustle in the hobby, building a sports card castle. Again, love what Buster puts out. Just hustles. Great show, great production. And again, just good conversation. Learned a little bit. Some stuff I already knew, some stuff I had to comment on, but check it out if you haven't already. And then lastly, Jeremy at Sports Card Live just dropped his very first video called Sports Card Live Recorded, because these are recorded videos he put together. This one's going through some of his personal collection, and I dig this part because he's like sharing with you some of his PC hockey cards. It also gives me a different appreciation for cards like Upper Deck and what the hockey cards are out there. So check it out if you haven't already. Whew, a lot to go through. So again, StarStock, you'll be seeing some videos coming out possibly as early as tonight. I might drop one. Tomorrow, that being the 8th, will be the beginning of the virtual. So go ahead and register, guys. Free breaks. I have a feeling they're going to pull a Zion or Ja RP8 of NT. They're ripping 2 boxes of NT. How crazy is that if it's free? We're talking $25,000 plus card, maybe a $50,000 card, given away in a free break. Oh my goodness, it's so crazy. Okay, and then thank you, Topps. I'd say Topps, man. The fact you gave those cards to me, it was like opening a Christmas gift. First, when I got them, I was like, did I buy something that I didn't know about or I forgot late night when I was maybe drinking too much? And then when I was opening, I'm like, this is beautiful. This is beautiful. This is beautiful. So again, Topps, you made my day. You made my weekend. Open up those Bowman cards. And it made me my favorite set right now. So anyway, have a great day, guys. If you have not already, please subscribe, comment, and see you back tomorrow.